One of the most common ways to measure motion, particularly human or living motion, whether it be a human or animal, is to use a PIR sensor. It's PIR, passive infrared. And living things give off infrared heat signatures, and this great little sensor is able to measure that infrared heat, and if it's different than the surrounding areas, it will send a pin high or low. They're very common, they're fairly affordable, and very easy to use. You literally only have to hook up power and ground, and then there's an out pin. That out pin, when it sees something moving, can either go high or low, and you select that with this little jumper on the back. Right now I have it set to go high. So let's wire it up and take a look at the code and give it a test. So if I do a quick search of Arduino PIR sensor, the first result is in the playground right here. PIR sense is how they list it, and they have the code in here, and it's very straightforward. Let's go ahead and grab this code and take a look at it. And we will open up the Arduino software, paste it in there. Let's do a quick verify. Okay, everything looks good. And now let's go look through the code to make sure we hook this up right. I said it's very simple. I know it's positive, negative, and a signal, but where does that signal go? That's what we need to find out. So if I scroll through here, I can look at the code very quickly. So there's some calibration, a little bit of a calibration delay there. The PIR pin is going to go into 3, digital 3, and there's an LED to pin 13. That's really all I need to look at initially in that code to figure out how to hook this up. Now, unfortunately, these boards have a lot of things going on in the back here, and it makes them not very breadboard friendly. So I'm going to solve that with this female-to-female jumper wire, and I'm going to, let's just say brown is ground, red is +5. That seems to be easy to remember. And I'll use the orange as the signal, or called out. Now that's attached. I'm also going to do one thing just for the video. I'm going to take this and just kind of tape it down just to hold it there for a minute. And then at the other end, I have female jumper wires. I'm going to use these little cut pieces of wire. Again, I always have a few of these laying around from cutting LEDs or other components down to size. They come in very handy. You can also get these jumper wires in male to female, but I tend to just do this. All right, now that we have these wires set up, let's get everything else wired up. So I'm going to take the positive and put it into the positive rail of the breadboard, the negative into the negative rail, and 13 I'm just going to leave anywhere in the breadboard. Doesn't really matter right now. We'll jump that later. Then I will take the negative of the breadboard and put it into this ground here, and I'll take the positive and put that into +5 volt. And I will take that signal pin and put it into digital pin 3 over here. Now there was also an LED that we need to hook up, so let's do that, and let's do it properly. Let's get this into the breadboard. We'll pick 2 rows there. We will connect the ground to the ground, and we will take a 220 ohm resistor and connect up the other lead of the LED using that resistor. Pin 13. And that's about all we need to do to hook it up. So let's power it up. Wait for it to get recognized here. There it is, board and port. Let's upload the code. There we go, it's uploading. Everything's wired up pretty good. Open up the serial monitor, and it's calibrating. Now while that's calibrating, you might notice that that little plastic dome is something you quite often see on store or home security systems. The reason being is these passive infrared sensors are fairly accurate, fairly reliable, and they're also adjustable. So if you have a dog running around your house, you can actually have it so that that motion will not be detected whereas a larger body like a human, it will set off your home security system. So now it says calibrating sensor done, sensor active. Now what's going to happen? Can I move my... Oh, it already caught me. Motion detected at 40 seconds. Now if I stop and move again, oh, there, it caught me again. So you can see it's very sensitive. I can't even move my hand, never mind sneak into someone's home. And that's about all you need to do to hook up a passive infrared sensor. Remember, if you want to look for a low signal, you can just move that jumper over, and it's easy as that.